Today we finish the story of John the Baptist and his imprisonment and eventual death. Yesterday we saw how it was that Herodias, Herod's wife, wanted to have John killed, and yet Herod wasn't willing because he respected him as a holy, righteous man. But in verse 21, finally the opportune time came. On his birthday, Herod gave a banquet for his high officials and military commanders and the leading men of Galilee. When the daughter of Herodias came in, her name was Salome, we learn in one of the other Gospels. She came in and danced. She pleased Herod and his dinner guests. I can only imagine what the dance was like. Herod's pleasure is seen in what he does next. The king said to the girl, "Ask me anything you want and I'll give it to you. Whatever you ask, I'll give you up to half my kingdom." Now understand what it is that Herod was offering Salome. He was not offering her a cash prize. He wasn't saying, "My kingdom is worth $10,000, I'll give you 5,000." He was saying, "You say the word, we'll get rid of Herodias, and you can become my wife. Half my kingdom, you can be Mrs. Herod." Now, in Herod's mind, Herodias, although she was a member of the Hasmonean dynasty, the last Jewish ruling power in Israel, but she was a divorcee. She had been Philip's wife, and that is why John kept saying to Herod, "You can't do that." But Salome was single. He could marry her and the problem would go away. So in Herod's mind, this made great sense. Salome was a good daughter to her mother. She went to her mother, said to her mother, "What shall I ask for?" And she answered, "Ask for the head of John the Baptist on a platter." And John was beheaded. Incredible story of lust, of politics, of power, and of greed. Sounds like a drama, like a North American television drama, if ever one was written. But this was real life. John the Baptist paid with his life for sharing the message of God. Today, we don't look at those kind of risks. There's still risk involved, risk of rejection, risk of being stereotyped. What I want to encourage you today is simply to be true. John never lost sight of the one thing that directed his life, God's Word. He kept saying the same thing over and over again because God's Word did not change. Even in the face of great risk, John stayed true to the very end. Stay true. On Sunday, in just a couple of days, we'll come together. We'll talk a little bit more about the risk of the gospel. God bless you and keep you until then.